For it to start up. Alright. Hey guys, it's your boy Flame Ninja here. Hope you lot have a fairly good day. I'm having a fairly good day myself. And today, yeah, I'm doing a stream. I didn't think I'll do one today, but I thought, just because of how things have lined up, I'm going to do a short stream today. And then there won't be a stream tomorrow. And then, of course, next week, the stream should return to normal. But yes. I'm just going to be doing the Cyno story. Because I was like, hey, what's a thing that'll take like an hour? And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, like Genshin Cyno story. So we're just going to do that. So let's jump into it and just go straight into it. Oh, Shongus. Okay, that's weird. The new event wants to trigger, but I do not care. It is this one. Unlock. Booyah. We also got, oh yeah, these as well, but mainly what I'm doing is, oh, it hasn't started. Get quest. Ah, so you can actually choose to activate it now instead of it just auto-activating.
Ah, we haven't seen our Sumeru friends for a while now.
I'm gonna let the whole event text thing play out.
Let's go to Sumeru City and catch up with them.
There you go. Takes it a while. Oh, is it actually like a continuation quest from the Sumeru story? Ooh, that's quite interesting. Cool. Well, let's go. I know I saw hints at it from the original version trailer for, was it 4.6? Because I think we're on 4.7, so we're literally 2 updates away from Natland, which is Pog. But yeah, I think we have seen some since, and we're gonna get that other character, the 4-star, who's coming out in the next patch. Is gonna be in this quest, so interesting. But let's have a look. Sorry if I'm a bit tired today.
The
Just
academia
what?
sure. But where should we go looking for people that we know?
Traveler.
Cyno.
Cyno! It's been so long since we last saw you.
You've been
As
keeping
do you.
well?
You don't seem wary at all from your travels.
Hey.
If anything, you seem stronger. So, what brings you back here?
Oh, nothing in particular. I'm just saw a really big mushroom out on the road the other day and suddenly.
Funnily enough, we were reminiscing about you recently too. It was at a group dinner. I look forward to hearing about your travels. Something to...
Really? You were
True,
thinking
yeah.
of
Indeed. Or as I call it, the biryani factor.
Biryani factor.
You really want me to say the rest? Okay. It's always rice to meet stew.
Oh,
Okay,
Daddy.
that's good. Okay,
You
I
like
got that one.
huh? You must if you remember it after all this time. Admit the truth.
All right. Here's your 500 Mora.
Thanks, Cyno. Feels good. Oh, did I
You're
guess I was gonna do a
exaggerating.
pun?
Hey, 500 Mora is still.
All right. Anyway, I'm actually investigating a case
I
right now.
focused on work.
A case? What?
Nothing major. But after finding out who was involved,
Need any help? We only came here to hang out, so we've got the time. You may as well take us with you, and then when you're done, we can, you know.
such enthusiasm. Are you worried I'll forget about treating you to some sweets if you're not around?
What?
Obvious
Oh, no,
enough.
Paimon.
Still, it's a fine idea. All right, follow me.
Okay. It's go time. Oathkeeper, Lupus Aureus, Chapter Act 2. Yum. God, but Halachino's at like 6 HP. I can currently heal Halachino, I think, because I should have, because she's not using her ability. Yeah, now I can. Well, she doesn't have Bond of Life active, you can heal her.
Do you see him? The old man flailing?
Oh, is he the one you wanted to talk?
Correct.
Mm.
His name is Cyrus, a former
Cyrus.
Spontamod sage.
Huh? Cyno's teacher is in trouble?
It's ridiculous. I'm just an old man who enjoys a spot of gardening, shopping, and wine.
Professor, I've brought some friends.
Ah, Cyno. Now, who do we have here?
Hello.
Hold on, let me think. A flying fairy dressed in white?
Ooh,
A
have they
youth
heard
who
of
does not seem from this land?
They've heard of my escapade?
My goodness. You must be the legendary traveler in Paimon. I've heard all about what you've done for Sumeru.
Wow.
Yeah, we're good
I've
help.
told him about you before. You are my friends, after all.
Yep,
That's right.
we're here.
Let me summarize the situation. A couple of days ago, Professor Cyrus suddenly received a threat letter.
Uh-oh.
Threat letter?
Exactly. Who sends a threat letter to an old man like me for good?
This
True.
is the letter in question.
Cyrus, I've uncovered your secret.
What the hell?
Secondly, don't come looking for me. You'll never find me. Wow, they sure didn't mince their...
Clearly,
Yeah.
this person must be...
10 million more. I'm just a single retiree with nothing to my name beyond the tomatoes in my...
There were no
True.
witnesses. So currently the letter is all we've got. So, Traveler?
Yeah.
It's written.
All right, take a look.
Well, it's a weird symbol. Inside screen signs that didn't come from an envelope is simply written. The paper.
Very good. The paper...
Another thing is, some of these strokes look kind of...
Possibly.
Hmm.
Most of the paper around here is much smoother than this, and the ink is absorbed quickly so it doesn't run. It's
It's certainly not the same paper as we use in
Yeah.
the academia. But the ink...
So do we think the culprit has a... Wait, check this out.
Agreed. The staining
See.
suggests it was a colored liquid, not plain water.
A colored
Ah.
liquid.
Well, it's like we're thinking along similar lines.
Hmm. So I'm trying to make it look more damaged than it actually is to try and throw it off the track. Not a bad idea for them. Mm-mm. Well, let's go see then. Over there. Oh,
Arav.
Arav. Oh, is he the villain?
Cyno. Sir Cyrus. Ah, and the
I don't remember you. Who are you?
As such, I'm inclined to believe that the culprit in this case is a student at the academia. Oh,
Mm.
one last thing.
Oh, of course! You think the...
They do look like coffee stains to me. Also,
Mm.
if I'm not mistaken, the letter is written on a type of scented paper that has aromatics added during the manufacturing process.
Ah.
Ah, of course. Yes, like they sell in the gift shops. I remember now.
Understood. I'll assemble a team.
You have my
Okay.
gratitude.
One last thing. Send some Matra to guard the entrances and exits of Sumeru City. And change into plain...
Will do.
Hmm. Yeah, good idea.
Great thinking, Cyno. So, yeah.
Yeah.
They've probably been lying low...
Yep.
Really?
The culprits approach. Whatever happens, they
Hmm.
need this Mora.
Yeah.
But just because they warned Professor Cyrus not to go to the Matra, doesn't mean they know. And crucially,
Exactly.
the culprit...
Huh? Wait, are you saying...
You must be in this room. Or there must be a camera somewhere.
Found you!
Oh, is it actually him or not?
You wrote the threat letter!
Oh, he's just gonna do it to anyone who's here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I sensed someone was watching us from the shadows the moment we entered the House of Dana.
Oh,
You
he's actually
managed to stay relatively well. There are a lot of people here, but we were looking specifically for Arav. Whoever followed us the whole way was likely to be the culprit.
I was just listening in, that's all. You know...
You smiled when Arav left.
Is smiling a
Mm.
crime now?
There are coffee stains on the letter. You mixed some coffee with water, gently smeared it onto the paper, then wiped it off with a wet cloth. Closing
Ah.
off the exits to the city doesn't affect you, because you already live here. The cafe was a red herring all along.
Ah.
You can't pin this on me.
Really? Then why are the innocent have no
Oh.
reason? Your heart's racing, and your eyelids are twitched. Don't try anything, or you'll pay the price.
Oh shit. Cyno levying his power.
That was over.
You're telling me. One minute I go out for a quick smoke, the next minute I see Arav already on it. Looked like a young guy, too. Couldn't have been much.
Everyone, it's all over.
Oh, so down.
The culprit's name is Uraka.
Huh?
16.
16?
We checked his records.
But he looks so.
Yeah.
Foolish child.
Hmm.
We question the culprit
Oh, just spit it out.
very well.
Something
it's our
about
understanding that Araka is a mediocre student who has been underperforming in his classes.
Gambling
Down on his
habit.
luck, he went to the tavern for a drink and overheard some people chatting about Sir Cyrus's comfortable retirement. They mentioned
Some old woman on the street? Goodness gracious. Has that
Going
rascal
to
attended a
cuff
single one
showers.
of his classes? That old woman is Gasharwar's very own.
Is this
True.
going?
Oh, right, yes. So another thing. We don't just argue about tomato plants. And what are they trying to insinuate by?
Mangus, it's true.
Maybe it's more the fact that you have the time.
Araka mentioned he'd heard a rumor alleging that Sir Cyrus illegally obtained a large sum of money
the
from
hell?
Araka believes this money to be the reason why Sir Cyrus hasn't kept up with any academic research.
Oh, Araka. I'm at
People make up rumors all the time.
Yeah.
Arav. You'll have to find some excuse to interrogate Araka again later.
I completely understand how you feel, Sir Cyrus.
True.
Professor.
Oh, come on. I was.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
academia
what
will
do we do
determine
now?
the appropriate disciplinary action against the student.
Job done.
And as for the individual,
Who said I'm obsessed with some old. You seem confused. Uraka is just a young boy who made a very rash and very stupid. All it cost me is.
please rest assured, Professor.
Yes, I have no doubt about that. But as a former educator, I'd still like to have a.
We looked into the family. Both parents are merchants.
Oh, what a mess. You don't have to seal the evidence away yet, do you? I'd like to have that letter back for the time being, if possible. We have to show them how serious.
The relevant authorities have already reviewed the evidence and are now discussing Araka's punishment. You can hold on to the letter for now.
Oh, so you'll be able to.
Give or take.
Very good. Well, thank you for all your help. Perhaps.
My apologies, Sir Cyrus.
I see. Well, and isn't Tainari in town?
Wait.
Oh,
you
Tonari.
Yes. Tainari's master, Sir Nephis, called him
Ah.
and Kale to the academia. Though I must say, I'm surprised you're extending.
Don't be outrageous. Nephis offends me all the. Anyway, hurry up and fetch Tainari. Go on.
Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna go for a meal. We didn't do anything, but you know, free food, I guess, is always good. We actually didn't do anything, and they're just like, "Yes, would you like to go along and have a free meal?" Just like, yeah. Why wouldn't I? It's good shit. Sorry, I was just checking something. All the way downstairs we gotta go. A grand journey indeed. Oh, piss. I got stuck on the plum. Whee! Whee! So wee, but I'm going very slowly. You can just jump, hit. Yeah, go across the roof. Who needs consistent pathing? Oh wow, nice, I actually hit the post. Good for me. Into the tavern. Wink. This is where they had the like dry coconut cakes in, eh? Charcoal, coconut, something, I forget.
Not to brag, but we never had problems like this at Ratawa Hit. It was students at the time.
I was out in the forest at least 4 days a week back then, thanks to a colossal workload from Master.
Oh,
It brought
Nivouye.
havoc on my poor tail. Most of what I know, I heard from Cyno after the fact.
Professor's become a lot more laid
Yeah,
back
Nuvia, I
in his
forgot.
retirement. He used to be far stricter.
Wow. It's hard enough
Kale.
to stay true to your principles as a normal person.
It's a pity Kale wasn't around at the time.
And then we'd have one more person who has to address Lisa as upper class.
Really? Can't you just call her Lisa? She seems to prefer.
Oh, believe me. back when she was a student. Nothing made her happy.
Very Lisa.
Whoa!
She's
more
many
food?
things.
Are you sure about this? We don't want to take advantage.
Oh, don't worry about it. Order whatever you like.
I thought I heard some familiar voices.
Covey!
And Sir Cyrus is here as well.
Oh, Kaveh, it's been a while.
I've been all right, thank you. You're looking very well.
Have you eaten yet?
That's awfully kind of you, but I had a late lunch, so I'm not really hungry just yet. I just came to Lombard's to buy some wine, and when I heard... So what's the occasion, anyway?
Consolation, more like. You...
Video counts the day's events for the benefit of that. Oh, true, because only
Sounds
two
like
of us.
things have really gone downhill since I was there.
I can't believe how young the guy is.
Young people are always more susceptible to making rash and ill-advised. But still, this boy...
Wow, yeah.
I will always be watching you and all of your secrets.
If this were my son... Oh.
Luckily, I'm...
Kaveh! Your order's ready, sir.
Coming. I'll have to get going. Have a nice evening.
Have a good one, Cave.
Here I am. The coffee beans are in here too.
He said wine.
Yep, it's all there. I'll stop babbling away now.
You're all busy chatting that you almost forgot. Oh no. Okay, good. I was about to say, like, don't forget the food and just have it go cold. That'd be such a waste. Such a waste of money. Just like food gone. Where's the main story of this? Because the main story takes place in a temple, so it's quite interesting.
Oh, too tasty.
Oh,
I'm just about to donate.
I'll have to walk.
Thanks for dinner, Sir Cyrus. Master Tainari and I will be...
Aw.
Well, I look forward to that. In fact, could I trouble you to bring a little extra for the other old...
Oh,
No problem at all.
I'll
exactly.
see you all later. I better...
Good night, Professor. Don't let...
Hey, my tomatoes are serious business. Anyway, I'll be leaving now. Don't stay up too late now, children. I bid you...
Take care.
Seems like a good lad, but I wonder if he's actually
All right.
sus.
What do you mean?
Well, I was talking with Tainari and Kale, and since we all have some free time, we thought...
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that sounds fun. Paimon's in.
Shows us my tent. That means something very different, traveler.
Right? It's been so long since we did something fun together.
Everyone, let's meet tomorrow afternoon at the riverbank to the southeast of Gandharvaville. No need to bring anything. We've already packed everything for...
You got it.
Okay, simple, simple. Wing. 2 to midnight next day. 2. Yeah, I'm surprised I'm streaming today, honestly. It was a late work day, but since I was only going to do a short stream tomorrow anyway, I thought since time lines up fairly well, I might as well. Of course, this is a very last day to last day. As you can tell, my brain isn't working. It's a very late start to the stream. Normally, of course. Oh god, I would start stream at about. Well, ideally, I try to aim for 8, but a lot of the time of work, it's later. But I have had decent, okay. I'm not the best on my stream schedule, just because my stream schedule is very much whenever I want at the moment. Next week's stream, though, is going to be fun, because Star Wars update, I'm pretty sure, so I'm going to be playing through the story of that on Wednesday, but I might split that into 2 streams.
Wow, you guys are ahead of the
Wednesday and
game.
Thursday,
Set up
depending
the
on how it
temple.
is.
I'd say we're
But
right
maybe
about
Tuesday
on schedule,
or
actually.
something.
We were aiming to have them set up before you arrived.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Traveler, Paimon, let's go fishing together. Whatever we catch, we can grill for... You got it.
Hell yeah.
It's on us tonight.
Let's go. Food.
I hope I can contribute too. The other forest watchers gave me some fishing tips a little while ago.
Aw, that's cute.
I saw some very appetizing mushrooms in the area, so
Hey.
I gathered a few for...
Wow, camping with the forest watchers.
Exactly,
is the way
they
to
know
go.
everything.
They think of everything.
This is true. I don't think I've ever had a single rough day in this forest.
So, how has everything been going for you?
Fine. We
Well, there's
stopped the
been some
Hydro Archon.
I see. Oh, in that case, you should
Valberry.
try a Valberry. I bought some from.
A valuable suggestion.
Hey.
Just don't bury your.
All I wanted.
Oh, I have a sudden craving for fruit tea. I'm gonna go fetch some stuff. Bye.
Oh, okay. She wants to avoid Cyno's joke.
She sure made a run for it.
To avoid Cyno's joke.
Unbelievable.
So college shows the path of tactical retreat.
Uh-oh.
My dear friend, you know what I am about to say.
Not now.
Oh, drat. A flat-out rejection.
Sorry.
But this isn't over. It's only a matter of time before I challenge you again.
Fair.
This guy.
Alright. Just genius and no. I don't play it, so thank you. This is nice, no agenda, just relax, enjoy myself. True! For now, no danger until the Cyno quest truly begins.
We got a bite.
Fishing.
I'll reel it in.
Go ahead, Cyno. Don't, like, kill the fish, though.
Firewood, spices, snacks, and drinks. Everything's ready.
Start grilling, baby. Food. Food. Just firewood. Campfire. Ah. Yeah, no, it seems like relaxing. Yeah. Wholesome way to put it.
There are 3 tents. Which one do you two want to take?
Oh, we get...
How about the one on the left?
Sure.
Paimon just thinks the opposite.
Which one's the left? They're in a
But
circle.
it's also the closest to the water. If there are any sleepwalk,
Well, that's no good.
anyone would think you were sealing the gates to King.
Excellent. Then this
I mean,
I'm back.
it's just
How's your
fungi.
appetites? Ready for the barbecue? Always.
Oh, damn, she brought the fish. Oh, look at those grilled fish. I've never had, like, grilled fish on a steak before, but I can imagine it tastes nice. Especially with salt and stuff. And it's just like...
Oh, it smells so.
Someone sure is desperate to eat.
Exactly.
Wait, what? Hey, if it works for steak.
medium well for me.
Okay, these are about ready
I
now.
don't
then.
think it works for
It'll
fish
be a
because
few more minutes
diseases.
for anyone who wants theirs well done.
Because I was about to say, like, you can't have a rare wild fish.
Oh,
That's
that
how you
was
get
so
diseases.
delish- I ate a lot too.
Beef tends to
Here
be
comes the
processed.
Food coma.
If you're tired, then go rest.
True.
You must be getting
Food
sleepy
coma,
too,
baby.
Paimon. Why don't you guys head to your tents? Cyno and I will clean up.
Tonight I show you mercy. Our sacred duel.
Fine. What? Oh, genius
Good
invocation.
Paimon's struggling to keep her eyes open.
Damn. Poor Paimon.
Oh, don't forget this. The staff of the Scarlet Sand.
Wait, you were actually being.
It's a
Uh-huh.
very
Paimon can't even lift.
fair enough.
My character's only allowed to use sword.
We'll be fine. And even if we do get an uninvited.
Exactly. The Dull Blade. A divine artifact, slayer of countless monsters.
That reminds me of a parting king of invocation. But right now, it's time.
The Dull Blade. Actually, was that? That was the Dull Blade, yeah. It wasn't the, Adventurer's Blade. Adventurer's Sword, whatever the 2-star one. Me. And then everything's on fire when we wake up. Ah, shit! Or we're gonna enter a dream with the Aranara and now Nahida.
I think they should all. Traveler, Paimon.
Look at this.
Oh shit.
What the? What's this sword doing here?
Evidently.
Ugh. Huh? What? Paimon's gonna take out the sword. Yeah!
Can Paimon wield it?
Oh, hey them, Kave! What are you doing here?
Sorry to wake you up at this hour of the night.
Let's get dressed and talk about it outside.
But I want to sleep.
Something has come up. And since it pertains to Cyrus...
Whoa, back up. Let's start from the beginning.
Okay. What is the sitch here?
Huh? Where'd the wine cups go? I could have sworn I left them. Ah, there they are.
Share some wine
I'll
with
have a cup
Ohio?
too.
Can you see if the cookies are still on the table?
They are. And
Oh, this is so bland. I should have gotten a few bottles.
do tell. Well,
Oh, right, I forgot to mention. So, I ran into Cyrus yesterday evening when I went to the
I like how
tavern
they're
to
chill
pick up some
roommates here,
things.
not just at each
He
other's
was
throat.
hosting a dinner for Cyno, Tainari. Anyway, they got a bottle of Lombard's new vintage for the table. At least, I think that's what it was.
sounds like they're all...
You know what it's about, right? 16-year-old kid.
I heard some people talking about it on the streets, yes.
I wonder what Sir Nephis and the... Oh, Cyrus showed me the extortion letter, too. It was crudely written, but the paper had the... give me a sec, I'll sketch it out for you.
Oh, true. His abilities as an architect slash artist, he'll probably know how to do it quickly. Just waft his hands about. The fact that he can
Okay,
memorize
done.
it straight away.
Take a look. You see what I mean? I don't think I've ever seen writing paper like this around before.
Interesting. These are all
What?
Take this, for instance. Looks like an outline of a spire, similar to the kind found on some ancient It bears a striking resemblance to an ancient emblem.
Whose emblem is it?
It's the emblem of the Temple of Silence.
Temple of Silence. I guess that makes sense for Cyrus to have secrets if it's from the Temple of Silence.
After discussing it with each other, we both agreed that something didn't feel right. This was a long way to come from the city. Alhaitham figured you were probably with Tainari, so Gandharvaville was our first stop. Then, just as we were heading off to the campsite, we ran into Cyno. He said he was on a supply run. We exchanged...
Oh, he's gone off to do something.
That emblem you...
Something's up, huh? Give me a second. Let me get Kale.
I was about to say, yeah, you let Kale sleep, but not us. Yeah, everyone's awake now.
So
Kale
you've
should-
never heard of the Temple of Silence? These days, you can find a Temple of Silence office in the academia.
Oh,
Theoretically, it's at least that's what they tell the outside world. In truth, it's essentially a vestige. Historically speaking, the original Temple of Silence is said to have been established by Hermanubis,
one of the
seven
seven
pillars
pillars.
of King Deshret, and the greatest of all sages. By contrast, none of the Academia Temple's current members are from the desert region.
So
Oh.
the Temple of Silence...
It's possible.
basically just
The
like
real
a
question
stand-in.
is, why? My guess is they're covering something.
I mean, it is the Temple of
How do you know all
Silence.
this? Sounds like some pretty top secret stuff.
Did you forget? He did a stint as acting Grand Sage.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Paimon did totally forget about that.
good job,
If
Paimon.
you're asking me whether I familiarized myself with the documentation in my office, I would respond that
So much
Fair.
about this doesn't make sense. Why did the emblem of the Temple of Silence appear on a threat letter from an academia student to Cyrus? The student's
knows?
only 16 and doesn't have any family ties.
You said you ran into Cyno, yeah?
Yep, he ran off.
Given
Oh,
that
no
Cyrus is
shite.
involved. Still, we should...
If the Academia's Temple of Silence really does exist just to cover up the truth,
Exactly.
we should pay
Yes. As the Sage of Amorta, my master ought to know the truth about their office.
if this situation is connected to the real Temple of Silence,
Yeah.
Kale, could I trouble you to send a message to the core of Third Traveler?
Hey,
Sounds like a plan.
let's go.
Cyrus has been living in the city lately. He rented a place near the field so he can keep an eye on his tomato plants.
Of course, yeah. You gotta protect your tomatoes. You can't forget the fruit. The fruits of his labor, as some would say.
Here we are.
We might be too late. Looks like nobody's home. Oh,
That's
Cyno
what it
moves
looks
fast.
like.
If he was here, he's.
I know that voice.
Zahandi.
Tainari I hear?
Zahahandi.
Ah! Professor Zahahadi!
Zahahadi. That's it. Zahahadi.
Wow. So it really is you. My goodness.
We're looking for Cyno.
Yes, not long ago, I
Ah.
told him the old fool left early this morning, and I hadn't
Oh.
heard him come back. So it must have alarmed
Hmm.
Cyno, because he took off.
Well,
Uh-oh.
if Cyrus.
Professor, did you hear that a...
Why, yes.
Mm.
When I left the house that day, I noticed he was watering. I could tell
sugar.
something was troubling him, but
Please tell me,
he
Cyno.
wouldn't. After seeing the letter, Cyno told him to contact the
Cyrus
core
is
of
very
30.
reluctant.
But Cyrus was very reluctant. He claimed it would only damage his reputation.
Ah.
Cyrus didn't want to report it.
As a
Oh,
former
so
sage,
again, yeah, it's
it's
'cause there's something to do with the
possible
Temple of
Cyrus still has
Silence, yeah.
enemies at the academia.
So Cyrus initially hoped to stop...
Yeah, reported because Cyno forced him to.
Oh,
Ah.
dear. What on... Oh, I almost forgot.
Thank you.
What does it say?
Aha. My friends is rather kind so fair. Unfortunately, I can't discuss more than that. I ask you to understand, except that I have to act alone. Well, we're gonna have to follow him.
Yep.
Yep,
that
sounds like
Cyno. Thank you, Professor. Traveler, Paimon, let's head to the academia and
Good idea. Just sort of get all the pieces back together and be like, who's the imposter among us? Keep pressing the wrong button because I'm confusing this game with bloody Wuthering Waves. Wawa. I forget that LB is menu in this and not left D-pad. God, I hate Sumeru City because of how confusing it is to explore. So many layers and layers. That's the one thing I'll give in Azuma City. As much as it is a hellscape to live in, because of all the lightning and like random Kageyari? I forget. The bandits, basically. But God, it's an easy city to go. It's just a single street. It's literally just a single street. Fontaine definitely feels like the most city. And Mondstadt feels great. Leeway also as well, but I feel like Leeway's a bit too open for my liking. With just like the big area in the middle of the city. Makes you feel less like town-like.
You're here? I thought you were going after... Ah, I guess you lost their trick.
we went to
Yeah.
Cyrus's house. No,
He didn't say where he was...
No.
Yep.
Can't say I'm
Both suddenly
surprised.
got connected.
Typical Cyno.
Going in alone.
Some updates on progress on our end. I drew the emblem from...
I checked some
it's
ancient
definitely a
texts
temple.
for a similar design. The one I found.
Yeah, and we're lucky we found anything at all. It turns out the emblem was...
Meanwhile, Arav managed to get Uraka to disclose it. The one who told him about Cyrus's embezzled funds
Young man
was a
from
young
the
man
desert.
from the desert.
Apparently, the two met in the tavern over a game of cards. The guy claimed to be in the city for business. Uraka was intrigued when he heard what his new acquaintance had to say, and brought up the idea of extorting Cyrus for Mora. The guy encouraged him to go ahead.
I see. So it could be that this...
So, how do we find this guy? Did Uraka say where he...
He doesn't know. He claims not to have seen him since that day in the tavern. The man...
Nephis and Arav have gone to meet the Core of 30 and review the city's entry and exit records. Also,
Interesting.
Nephis admitted that the Temple of Silence in the Academia is just a... The true Temple of Silence once came to the Rainforest to establish a collaboration with the Academia. But
I
the
see,
Temple
yeah.
of Silence felt that they could no longer trust the Academia and ended the partnership. They retreated back. Ever since its inception, the Temple of Silence has been the guardians of King Deshret's civilization and belief system.
Yeah.
They traveled throughout Sumeru, sequestering and guarding any wisdom that posed a threat to at its roots. It was a legitimate and reputable organization whose purpose was to guide people towards the right path.
The academia of the day knew that the split would damage their reputation if it became a matter of public knowledge. And so, they set up a dummy organization of their own to conceal the truth.
Not only that, but they managed to keep up the charade for hundreds of years.
So how did
Yep.
Cyrus become acquainted with the true Temple of Silence if they left centuries ago?
I'll bet that's the question that bothered Cyno.
True, yeah.
Whoever is behind this, getting Uraka to extort Cyrus was only the first.
He must have recognized it right away. That'll be why.
Since the desert is where the Temple of Silence originated.
I have to go after.
Really?
Yes.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
I should be fine, as long as I bring plenty of water. Besides, I just...
Everyone,
Exactly.
I have news from the core of 30.
Oh shit. What's going on, Nafis?
Master!
Oh, so that's Nafis, Tainari.
It's a pleasure to meet you, traveler.
Hello.
Several independent eyewitnesses have reported seeing
interesting
Cyrus and
glasses.
Mahamatra Cyno leaving the city at different times. I was going to suggest that you join forces with the core of 30 in this case. However, the academia has made a number of decisions throughout history that I am ashamed to talk about. I won't attempt to make you understand it.
I understand where you're coming from, Master. But I'm afraid this...
Good point.
Exactly.
If Cyrus is...
Need our help? What?
Exactly. We are the travelers.
Arav and I will continue to follow up on the lead from Uraka. Kaveh, Scribe Al-Haytham, Tainari.
I am.
Yes.
Kaveh, I'll be okay.
Well, if you're sure.
Thank you all. Arav, let's go.
You'd better get moving. Don't forget to ask for help.
Will do. Let's go, Tainari. Hopefully we can catch up with some...
Knowing him, he's probably covered a fair distance.
Go fast. Oh wait, I can just skip to. I can teleport to Cavaran River. Maybe we'll see Dea. I mean, I doubt we'll see Dea, but she's like one of our best Eremite connections. I mean, we've seen the rest of the Sumeru squad besides Nahida. God, that water went down wrong.
we made
Because
it
I
to
hurt my
Caravan
chest.
Rivat.
Jesus.
Where should we go? Maybe we should ask the nearby guards if they've...
Dea,
Hold on.
Dea.
Look over there.
Dea! And Candace!
You sure you want to brave the desert alone? I mean, it's your choice at the end of the day, but still.
It's not my
Yeah.
first time.
Cyno.
Yeah, it's the squad.
If you're really going to go through
And
with
Candace!
this, then at least take our advice. When you're packing for your trip, budget for 5 days more than you...
Makes sense.
Hello,
Thought we might
Cyno.
find you here. You're trying to retrace Cyrus's steps, aren't you?
Didn't I tell you not to...
Sorry, but we never agreed to that.
Exactly.
Nothing personal. It's just a...
Takes a special kind of person to get Cyno chasing them all the way out to Caravan Ribat. But
True.
why so coy today, huh? You only gave us his age and description. Why can't you reveal his name? Oh, also,
God, I love
hey
Dea's
guys,
design.
it's
It's
been a
so
while.
peak.
Dia
If only
and
she had
Candace.
slightly darker
So nice
skin
to
and
see you.
muscles,
You're looking well.
she'd be
Glad to
top
see it.
tier.
Candace and I came to
I
Caravan
really want
Ribat on
Dea.
business.
I don't care if
We
that
ran
she's
into
not
Cyno
good,
as he
but
was asking
she's
about
just
some elf.
peak
Some people
character
say they saw him.
design.
Guess he stood
Probably
out
one of my
as an
favorites
older
in
guy
the
heading
game.
Into the desert alone with that's gotta
Maybe
be
even
one
my
heck of a story
favorite.
that-
Cyno, it's okay if you can't tell us anything about the case. But let us know how we can support you. We're here to help however you need. The more people we have working on this, the quicker we'll be able to find the person you seek.
Exactly.
No, it's not that simple. If I'm right, he'll be doing everything he can to avoid us.
We spoke with Zaha Hadid. From what she said, it's pretty clear that he wants to try and solve this on his own.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
sounds like this is far more complex than we imagined.
Still, if he started from Caravan Ribat, the chances are that his route took him past our village.
True.
My thanks to you both. Once this is resolved, I will find a way to repay you.
Come on. No need to get all serious.
Exactly.
Just bye. All right.
Chill.
So,
Yes, we'll handle it from here. Thank you.
all right. Then we'll leave you to it.
Yep.
Just remember, if you change your...
And don't think you'd be imposing.
Don't worry, we'll keep him out of trouble.
Yes, 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 sir. Our village. Wait, can I speak to these two? There.
Cyno should count himself lucky that the traveler in
The desert tests the character of all who enter it. And only those with wisdom and...
True. I mean, you gotta remember that Cyno, I assume, came from the desert. But I don't know if he grew up exclusively in Sumeru. But he has been to the desert before. Multiple times, in fact.
Hold on. There's a few things I'd like to clear up.
What is your
So,
connection?
After you left...
Clearly, we've only scratched the surface of
got
the
a
Temple of Silence question. It doesn't surprise me at all that the one in the academia
Oh god,
is
I
a
got
fake.
a long voice message.
Do you have any connection with the Temple of Silence?
Yes, that's the main one.
I do.
Ah.
I trust you're all aware of the spirit that gives me my
Oh.
due to my unique constitution.
Ah.
But my memory, it's a good thing that Kaveh
Because
noticed
Temple
the
Silence, they
emblem on the letter.
removed his memory.
Without that, I don't know if we would have connected the I did not recognize that symbol at all.
Ah.
Whether that's because I've never seen it.
Yeah, you're right. Thank goodness for Kaveh, and for Alhaitham's diligence.
But
Exactly.
Cyrus must have recognized it right away, right? Otherwise, he wouldn't have had any qualms about you.
I suspect so too. Professor has
Oh,
never once
hello,
mentioned
Christopher.
the Temple of Silence in conversation. And whenever the conversation turns to Hermanubis,
Well,
Hmm.
speaking of avoiding things, you
Exactly, we
Poor
have to
rabbit.
go.
I don't see.
That's right. Fact is, we're coming with you whether you like it or
Exactly.
works for me. All right, off we go. Let's start by seeing what the guards
Oh,
here can
goodbye, Christopher. I think that one was flying backwards somehow. Oh, I thought someone was
Hello.
following us.
Mahamatra Cyno?
I'm looking for someone.
Hmm. I thought the guard's name was Cyno, and I was confused.
A man matching that description passed by Aru village not too...
Where was he go?
Let me think. He took a seat by the entrance of the village for a
And
while
a brief chat with
and had a
person.
brief chat with the person who came to... Do you have a map?
I have one.
Great.
Bingo. Good to have a map of the desert. Well, a map of the desert, I'd assume it's just landmarks, pretty much, because you can't really do much.
There you go.
There aren't really many roads.
Thank you so much. You were a great.
You've got a really good...
You're quite welcome. Best
I mean,
of luck.
as a guard in this place, I guess not much probably happens, so doesn't have to focus on too much. Because all you got to really deal with is, I would assume, Evermite trouble every now and then, and of course desert creatures, but desert creatures are just like scorpions and shit, so you can probably just stab them a bit. On the fungi, which I don't even know how those things are a threat, because they definitely don't feel like a threat. Just like little mushroom guys and birds. Look at those blobs over there. They wouldn't hurt anyone. I mean, they would. They would definitely try, but they wouldn't get very far. You probably just kick one and it'll probably pop. Aha! Sethos, I think his name is. The 4-star that's coming in the next patch. It might be Sethos, but I forget.
Hold on. I see some people.
Oh, sorry about that.
Do you think it's safe to ask...
Should be. I'll go.
No.
Oh, Tainari do
I'll
it.
do it.
Because they'll know who Cyno is immediately. So, assuming a researcher might be a bit more
Why
loose.
can't Cyno...
Given my background,
Exactly.
appearance, and the way I dress, I might not be the most welcome visitor here.
Yeah. They're
Ah,
definitely over.
Hello there. I hope I'm not interrupting. My friend and I are looking for...
Oh, a missing person, huh? Sure.
I'm just wondering if you've seen him.
They were surrounding him.
So,
Don't they clearly see us?
silver-haired guy in a long robe, culture type
Is
with
he gonna
thoughtful
notice
eyes,
Cyno?
and he's traveling alone.
He'd stand out like a sore
Yeah, sounds like the kind of guy...
He's looking behind me.
He sees Cyno directly.
Uh-oh.
Your friend over there.
Oh, yeah, it's too late. Probably should have hidden a bit.
Hey, aren't you...
Yes, that's.
You don't seem surprised.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, you're the one look...
I have a bad feeling about the...
Someone's on edge. No need to hide it. I understand why you're...
I thought you were a group of...
Your henchmen don't look like much, but something.
Hey, hear that?
Suits me. As long as I get paid for...
Just
Fair.
cut to the chase.
All right, come with me. All of you. Don't you want to find your silver-haired, long-robe, culture type with thoughtful eyes?
So you know where.
Just follow me.
Okay, these people at the Temple of Silence then. I was about to say, Arlecchino, this is not the place for your attire. Ryan's attire, you could probably get away with a bit more because it's a bit more like open air. But it's still not very good being a kimono, which is like thick material.
looking. There's nothing here.
Please step back.
Magic.
Ooh, something's coming up.
What is this enormous building doing
It's a
here?
domain.
And how was it so well hidden?
King Dashret's.
Wait, so,
Is this?
All good questions.
Plenty of time to address them later. Oh, I get to use Cyno, I'm assuming. Oh no, this is just an area. Maybe just a temporary area for this quest. Kind of like the big tower in the world quest of the Necrodysium.
this is not what Paimon was expecting to find in the desert, especially not hidden right next to an oasis.
I mean, we found similar things, Paimon. We've already done the entire, like, world quest in the desert with the temple.
They must have kidnapped Cyrus. Do you think this is the guy who rocked?
What's wrong? Thinking about your professor?
Yes.
I just hope for your sake you haven't done anything you might regret.
True. You don't want to mess with Cyno. His, like, 4 foot high. He may be like 4 feet tall, but he's a dangerous individual. Beep beep. You know what? Honestly, after not being in Sumer for a while, the desert's actually kind of refreshing. Because of course with Sumer, with the 3 desert patches, it got very overwhelming, but now they've been in Fontaine for so long, the desert is very, like, it's very different. Grass, plains, and ocean, it's literally the polar opposite. I can't wait for Snezhnaya though, because snow is my favorite
You
thing
can wait
in
here
games.
for now. I'll inform our
Snowy
leader
places.
that you've arrived at the Temple of Silence. Sit tight until he comes to greet you.
Because that shit feels like a real adventure.
So he's just gonna leave us here unattended?
Snowy Forest as well, a peak.
They can't have been at the oasis by chance. They were waiting for us. Whoever the leader is here, they...
Does he
So
recognize
this
them?
is the Temple of Silence. After leaving the rainforest.
Oh, he's back.
Hey, look! That guy's...
Don't worry.
Are you gonna say your
Someone will
name?
come and-
What's your name?
True.
So, my name is
Sethos. That was
I'll be here
Sethos.
if you
Hey,
need
I
me,
actually
but
remembered his name
I'm not
surprisingly.
planning on answering all of your questions. Other than that,
So we're...
yep. I mean, Cyrus is here. And unless I...
He's right.
True. Read some books, see what's going on. Hello, Sethos.
Hey, Seth.
Sure. Although, I'm assuming by chat, you mean you have questions for... Not often. The Temple of
Sure,
Silence
yeah.
is a place of quiet and solitude. We don't get too many visitors.
Have you ever been to the Academia?
Really?
I have no need to go there. Not when the taverns are full of the Urakas of this world. Besides, spies? It's not as
Sure.
clandestine as that. The city...
Do you know
What
Cyno?
kind of question is that?
Right,
Fair.
but back at the oasis, you can't have known who he was
Who
for
is
sure,
this?
Or you wouldn't have...
I've lived in the desert my whole life.
Ugh, what is Paimon...
Come on. We've only
I
just
mean, he's
met.
not gonna give me any
If I give you a-
information, so...
Mm-hmm.
He's not giving me any of the information I need, so there's no point trying to ask him a bunch of questions. Reject. Level 10 friendship with you. Jope official. Thank you, whoever that is.
I never imagined that the true Temple of Silence would be hidden somewhere.
That's King Deshret's technology for you, I guess.
We
True,
should be
it's
wary
magic.
of our hosts. Still,
Very sussy. We don't know what they're planning still. Okay, we've got someone here.
Here he is.
Oh, off we go, I guess. Let us follow, shoot. Whoa. Here we are. Oh wow, this is a weird place. Very odd. Lot of random shite. I do not know what to make of this place.
Grandfather. The
Oh.
person you wish to see is here.
Well done, Sethos.
Bauman.
Greetings, one and all. I am Ba Moon.
I feel like I recognize that voice.
Temple of Silence.
Don't know exactly.
I know why you are here.
Is he under arrest?
Professor!
Cyrus, are you okay?
Ah!
Watch what you're doing!
Oh, my apologies. We have no intention of causing you distress. But you must understand.
That's not Gianni, I don't think.
Cyrus is of great importance.
I was gonna say solid JJ.
Cyrus owes me his life. And to the Temple of Silence,
I feel like I recognize that voice.
A debt of gratitude. I let...
I wanted to end my feud with this old bag of bones. Just leave, Cyno.
So that's why you didn't want to report the letter.
Some things in life catch up with you.
Cyno didn't make us do anything.
Exactly.
We came here for the...
My secrets are secret for good reason.
You're afraid, aren't you? You can't bring yourself to... You recognized our emblem. You knew as soon as you saw the letter that we, not Uraka...
Yeah, exactly.
It threatened you only because you know what you did. For you, Cyrus, are a traitor. You once shared your learning with us and joined us in our mission to revive, but then you betrayed us. You bargained for your independence with your past contributions. We both know
so they tried to revive him.
That as the leader, I grant you permission to leave.
Yeah.
But that one day, the sands of time will catch up with you. And when that day comes, you must pay the price you owe.
Uh-oh. This is rough.
Hermanubis is my...
Does he mean you?
Yeah.
Professor.
The moon is right. They rescued me from the brink of death once. Many years ago in the desert. When he learned that... it was a great, daring plan.
Terror signs have been
one shrouded in secrecy.
Yeah, without their main leader, they were struggling.
Shards of Hermanubis into the bodies of suitable vessels.
Oh.
Many believers volunteered themselves for the experiment. But we soon discovered that one other child was identified as a suitable vessel.
Cyno and Sethos.
And his parents agreed to release him into our custody.
For many years, the Temple of Silence had been in possession of 2 Ba fragments. The test subjects were sent into a room that had been prepared for the ceremony and instructed to approach the Ba. The original plan was for a 3-stage experiment. Resonance, implantation, and recovery and observation. As the second stage began, I realized a decision had to be made.
Yeah.
Should we implant the fragments one at a time? This would allow us to monitor the results after the first round and adjust our plan accordingly. But as I was deliberating, both Ba fragments suddenly became active.
Yep.
They glowed with a light. Our 2 vessels had both displayed great promise by successfully resonating with the fragments. Under the circumstances, the thought to preserve our faith and our power,
I was say could have put both.
We implanted each of them.
Ultimately,
in recognition of your past contributions, I chose not to send someone to hunt down and kill you both. I have always wanted to see you, Cyno. Luke.
I see.
Look.
Interesting.
In essence, I borrowed your Ba fragment for a decade or so. But you cannot lift a finger against Cyno.
Exactly. True.
I'm sure you don't remember anymore, dear Cyno, but you've met us all before. You and he, Sethos.
You'd like me to...
As a follower of Hermanubis, I have
doesn't
allowed
care.
this power to
He can use his power against you.
For far too long. Now, it is time to...
That power is not yours to reclaim.
You are wrong. Cyno was chosen, but he was not the only one.
So those are your terms for freeing the...
Despise me all you want. My sins are my own. The Temple of Silence is an innocent party. It is because of my fool...
So what you're saying is, the power of 1 Ba fragment is not a...
Divine power causes great suffering.
He is no longer a small child. But regardless, this burden is ours to bear.
Both my heart and mind are telling me that what you are proposing is a terrible...
Don't listen to him, Cyno. That power is no more yours to give then it is his.
I know. But if this is a question of...
Sorry
He's
to
gonna
interrupt,
keep it.
But in my view, there are a number of contentions here that still need a... Say that Cyno refuses to return his power, and you also refuse to release Cyrus. Then, we are at an impasse. You're trying to gauge where we stand while keeping your remaining cards close to your chest. Well, my...
Wait, those ears. So, we have a descendant of the Valukashuna in everything we have longed for. Hermanubis will provide. Perhaps this very day we'll...
Oh shit. What happened? Did he die? Has he got a disease or something? Did he try and implant himself with a fragment?
Why is he coughing so?
Yeah.
Pamoon! Take our leader back to his room. Grandfather.
Sethos is gonna
I
do
don't
it.
like to drag out Had Cyrus not stopped the experiment all those years ago? Still, it's no use. I'm not like my grandfather. The Temple of Silence has a grand legacy and a sacred duty to fulfill. But I see things a little differently. I don't believe the temple as the so I'm not going to force your hand. You're all free to leave.
You have courage and wise judgment. I just...
Change your look at the academia of today.
Take an objective look at the academia of... And things will only continue to...
If you hadn't betrayed my grandfather, I might...
Made a
Tainari
good
made
point,
a good
yeah.
point earlier. All you and Ba Moon are after is the Ba fragment. The professor will accept whatever fate you deem fit for him out of a sense of guilt. Ultimately, you want to...
I'm glad to see you're giving it some...
I won't forsake my professor. Nor
Exactly.
do I intend to run from a problem that I must...
That works. Oh, my grandfather still has a...
You could bring back the old man.
About
Now we can just
need
fight
to
him.
think this through.
All right. Well,
Surely we can just like fight.
take it easy.
Wait until nighttime. H2. Oh wow, it's actually very close. Tick, 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 tick. Nyo. Oh. Yelling's gear. Probably a bit too much black for the desert. It absorbed too much heat. The group growls again at the agreed time.
I've taken some time to reflect on this. He's a stubborn man who tends to double down when he feels strongly about something.
I agree. My master Nephis says the same thing.
So that's... You've heard all you need to hear about the temple. My own memories of this place are hazy, though. Probably something to do with the overpowering presence of the Ba fragments. I do remember having some fleeting moments of profound emotion. I was still young then, and all I could understand was that there was a strong will inside my mind. The power that came to inhabit my spirit was probably one of the cornerstones of their whole faith. So if the will...
You're not gonna give in to their demands, are you? Surely they're...
Yeah, don't be rash, Cyno.
I have no intention of returning it. I need this power to protect Sumeru. But the temple has the right to make the final decision over its fate, so I will challenge them head on.
Aha! Big brain.
This reminds me of something Alhaitham mentioned to me just before we left. He said that the Temple of Silence was originally founded by the ruling elite of the day. Kaveh has made similar observations about the desert tribes.
I mean, strength
from
always
his
has
work
its
trips
thing.
there.
Never
He
designed
says
a
many of
trip
them
on.
have their own internal rules.
Exactly.
I
It's
think
the
we could turn
strength
that
is
to
the
our
most
advantage.
important.
Go back to them with a proposal of our own.
Wow, and just like that, we've turned the tables on them.
Looks like we have the same idea. Turn it back on them now while we still can. In terms that they cannot refute.
Great.
Sounds good to
and
me.
I know just how to start the conversation.
Okay. Oh yeah, we're like, hey, we got some medicine that'll help you further. And then we can eventually challenge him to the duel. Beep beep. Fucking zooming.
Sethos.
Let us in.
Have you made up your mind?
We'll get
Maybe.
to that, but first,
I have no objections, although we do have our own... Follow me. Keep your voices down.
Is he sleeping? Yeah.
Let's talk outside. Bamoon has fallen into a deep coma, and his prognosis, he appears to have sustained a serious injury in his youth, which, regretfully, I must inform you that...
Yeah.
You're his heir, aren't you? You clearly have a lot of respect for the man. So tell me how we can end this on your terms. Let's find a way to bring all this to a resolution.
Yeah, there's no time to wait.
You know, the two of you are actually in a very similar...
Right. And you didn't create this situation.
You're right. We both look at this problem I accept.
Exactly.
Cyno. This all began because of... Legend has it that when Hermanubis first arrived into Lakema, he sparred with the city's residents. He and his two companions proved that group of supporters were some of the first members of the Temple of Silence.
Sounds very
there you
fitting.
go.
As a fellow vessel of Hermanubis, your ties to the Temple of Silence run deep.
3 against 3.
However,
sounds good.
I have some additional terms. As the challengers, you must win all 3 of your fights to win. And Cyno, letting Cyrus leave with one of the Ba fragments was a mistake.
None needed. If I win, the Temple of Silence must. If you win,
it's a deal.
Okay, yeah. Fight time. I mean, we've got this. We're the Traveler. Like, what, are they gonna send some like Eremites after us? Bro, we fought hundreds with Jet.
Well, after how that went,
there never was. Turning back hasn't been an option for him.
You have to win. You need...
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
Besides, it stayed with you.
Yeah. When you put it that way.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And neither. The desert was home to an ancient and great civilization that, for a variety of reasons, fell out with the civilization of the rainforest. It's just as Dia said. But there must be personal factors at work here, too. I can't shake the feeling that Bamoon cares for many more things than he lets on. Tomorrow, everything will be
resolved. Wait till next day, 8 to midnight. Fight time. We gotta throw down with the desert folk. At least we don't have the racist genie of us to be like sand-licking lackeys. Oh. No more round. No more zoom. Where's the swirl? Down here? Nope, that is not a path you can go down.
We gather on this day to perform once more the rite of duel. This is our most sacred of ceremonies, representing the.
Who else we got? Where are the two assistants?
You're here.
A rite of duels after all the.
I know what I'm doing, Grandfather.
Representing the academia, the ready. We warriors,
where are the
we come
defenders?
Not to debate what brings our challengers here, nor what will become of the defeated duelists.
I'll go first.
Are you sure?
I agree.
Exactly.
He's very strong. Sending him out first will definitely...
Okay, then
sure.
We have decided.
Exactly.
So have we.
I mean, do you think you stand a chance against the Traveler?
Duelists of the first bout, please step forward.
Dual blade. Dull blade. Let's go. Can you handle the power of the dull blade?
Hey, you there! You better play nice with them or Paimon will make you regret it.
You ain't ready for blue.
A little bit too much chatter from the audience over there.
Wow, my blue thing lasted longer than I thought it would. Oh, I had the leaf blade.
A swift end to the first bout. I now invite the
He's got his
duelists up
bow.
when you're both ready.
Wait, do I
Let's
get to
begin.
play? Oh, yes. I love... Tanari's actually really fun.
Watch out!
Tanari's actually really fun.
He drank plenty of water before the bout, so he should be fine.
Oh, fuck. Hit the thing! No, hit the thing.
Keep up.
Hit the other thing.
Let's nip that in the bud and shroud.
Fuck, I didn't mean to drop it. Just the 3 charge shots. Just the fun spam charge shots are so good. And then all the little
Thus ends
projectors.
the second bout.
I'm ready.
So am I.
This
Oh,
is
shit.
the
Fun.
final stage of the rite. I remind when you're both.
Oh shit, it's good.
Am Sethos, vessel of Hermanub. For many years, we have kept our covenant with Lord Hermanubis by guarding the secrets of King Deshret. We earnestly sought Lord Hermanubis' wisdom and power. Now, I will fight to become the rightful wielder of...
I am Cyno, General Mahamatra of the Academia, student and successor of Cyrus, the Sage of Spantamad. I fight in defense of my power, my professor, and my nation. And you. I think you left some things unsaid. This is a sacred duel.
Spare your soul.
My grandfather is a wise leader.
He is also known to be
He is also known to be a ruler, but our faith has held us back for too long. Times have changed. The people of Sumeru
exactly.
are happier. Then I thought of you, Cyno. Each Ba fragment of Hermanubis stands for
Might,
something
glory.
different. I once thought that the nature of our fragments must be what makes us so different.
That you
from
found your
one
answer.
I am more than just a warrior.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The name Hermanubis has left its mark on both of us. So show me your answer, Cyno. Show me I can be more than my faith. More than the power I...
Fight time.
Bring it on!
Is it going to be an animation or... Yeah! Hell yeah. In me, justice is served. Oh, it's cool. He's got like the white claws. Oh shit. Cyno is deaf stronger.
That's all you've got. What happened is searching for your answer.
Heck. Badass as fuck. Oh shit, he's just using a spear now. He's gonna beat him without his abilities. Oh shit. He's gonna beat him, yeah, without his power. Oh, he's a spear. I thought he was a bow user. Well, I guess this is currently. This is fucking sick. They really gone all out with the animation here. Bonk. Oh shit. Oh, that's a win for Cyno right there.
Do you yield?
You won.
Well then, looks like you found your answer.
Yeah, seems like Cyno won right there. Didn't stand a chance. Uh-oh. Why is he giving his power to Cyno? Cyno's gonna reject it, I feel.
I give his glory to you.
It just feels right for Cyno to reject it. Sorry, I'm being a bit more quiet. My brother's sleeping. At least I'm trying to be quiet. Hopefully not speak too loud. Oh, he did actually take it.
I've seen that light.
Hermaeus.
That is the light of our Lord, the great Hermanubis, priest over all other priests.
Indeed.
His spirit dwells within that lightning, and his will lives on.
Yeah.
Once a warrior of Tynar, he emerged from the
That's
barren
convenient
desert
naming.
sands
Tynar,
to serve
Tynari.
the god king Al-Akhmar.
Ah, there's Al-Akhmar.
After the death of the god king, Hermanubis gathered his followers and the Tynarian priests and led
Interesting
them
creatures
to the
there.
city of Tula.
Different animals
There,
and such.
they founded the Temple of Silence.
So
And from
that's
that
where,
day
it
forth,
originated and
we
started
became
from.
stewards of all knowledge that survived from King Deshret's civilization.
Makes sense.
Barely a century passed before war ravaged the desert.
It happens,
One
honestly.
by one, Eremite leaders took up arms against each other in battles that would devour what little remained of their civilization. Only the wise city of Tula was spared under the guiding hand.
The wise city of Tula, whatever the hell they said.
But peace did not
I did it here.
last. Coveting the knowledge of King Deshret, the beasts set their eyes on Tula.
Makes sense, yeah.
The king of Gurabad laid siege to the
Gurabad.
city.
I remember that from the quest.
And ordered the sages to surrender to him the Temple of Silence. as
Jesus, he
proof of his
burned it all.
victory.
That's fucked.
The ruling elite colluded with their oppressors.
Okay, he looks pretty badass.
Betraying the temple so as to hold on to their rule over the city. They declared that the knowledge guarded by the temple was the true cause of corruption.
Yeah, the temple
dark
guarded
days.
it as a secret.
And we faced enemies.
So it
on
can't
both
really be
sides.
corruption if no one knows about it.
Our Lord had long since exhausted his strength,
And
keeping
then
the
he
forbidden
faded away
knowledge
pretty much.
introduced by King Deshret at bay. To
Oh, that was
ensure
the forbidden
temple's
knowledge.
continued survival,
Oh, he hid
broke
the
his
forbidden
being
knowledge.
into many
Oh,
pieces and began the ceremony of
that's such a big
Hermanubis'
brain.
legacy, bestowing his power upon his mortal followers.
so that's
With
how the
this
whole
power,
fragment thing came
the temple
into
was able to defeat the
um,
tyrant's army.
existence.
Yet, we were not hailed as heroes.
Hmm.
Strange and unfamiliar as this power was, it struck fear into the people's hearts. and
Yeah, I
drove
mean, it
them
makes
to
sense. It's
reject us.
a very scary power, so
In the end,
it's gonna end up like
the
that.
people of the temple and the Tula Tynarians left the city
So
for
the
good
Tynarians
made
were
their
a part
way
of this.
to the rainforest.
That's pretty cool.
What
It's like
followed
I'm doing
next
ASMR
was
at the moment.
inevitable. The elite of Tula fell and were decimated. War engulfed the desert,
Rip to
and
that.
we wandered from place to place, always in hiding, all the while keeping close watch over our secrets and staying true to our mission. Betrayal forced us out of the desert and into the forest.
No, wait,
Then
Kaya for a
mistrust
second.
drove us from the forest into the desert once more.
And there they go.
We have lived in
Funny journey.
exile for far, far too long.
I love that aesthetic of the stars
Yet,
spinning.
Today, the Temple of Silence has borne witness to the glory of Hermanubis once more.
There he is.
Thank you.
I feel like Cyno's gonna give the fragment back. I just feel like Cyno doesn't have interest in it.
How is it? Do you feel okay?
Did he pass away there? Yeah. Sitting at his throne, he passed away after viewing Hermaeus. Kneeling before him makes sense.
Grandfather.
You and Xephos and the other members of the temple bid him a farewell.
Hey, Xephos. You'll get through this.
I know.
I guess you were prepared for this.
Yeah,
it's been a long time
it's
coming.
been a long time coming, yeah.
Yeah.
Understatement of the year.
Been on death's door for a very long time now. I think it was only through sheer willpower that he managed to...
Impressive, to be fair.
He was able to see this chapter come to a close.
Yeah.
What's next for you?
Per my grandfather's last wishes.
Submit.
The Temple of Silence should submit to whoever possesses the largest number
there you
of
go.
Manupus fragment.
But that's never going to work.
Exactly,
I'm sure
yeah.
you realize.
Get a new belt buckle.
I'm the General Mahamatra. I did foresee this possibility, and I gave it some thought.
I know. Next.
The fact is, I know next to nothing.
Exactly.
Were it not for this duel, or indeed if you had other intentions, the Ba fragments would most... I do.
Still, I didn't think Bamoon looked very surprised by the...
Well, in any case, Sethos. I would like you to succeed Bamoon
there you go.
as the new leader of the Temple of Silence.
But doesn't that render...
No, it doesn't.
No, exactly.
This experience has allowed us to become friends.
True, big brain.
Which, that's a much bigger deal than you might think, Sethos.
I will try.
Actually, part of me wonders whether Bamoon's
Exactly,
intentions from
yeah.
that way. No matter who won, one of us would have to surrender had you won. And were I to win. He correctly anticipated that I wouldn't suddenly drop everything. He knew that the temple's future would depend not just on the guidance of Hermanubis. His plan meant that whoever ended up succeeding him, they would have an easier time interacting with the academia.
And here I thought the General Mahamatra wouldn't care for all these trivial details.
But
You're
hey, it
absolutely
worked.
right. Grandfather and I
angle.
considered this from every angle.
Ah, there you go. It's just
We
to
had
end
to find
the
a way to mend our relationship with the academia.
grudge, pretty much.
Thank you for everything, Cyno. As a gesture of our gratitude, to those that you and Lesser Lord Kusanali deem the Temple of Silence has a wealth of information on King Deshret's civilization.
There you go, yeah, it's very
must
useful,
be
actually.
exceedingly careful with your selection of candidates.
Yeah.
And by the way, Tainari, my grandfather, the story goes that King Deshret chose the sage Hermanubis from among the Tainari.
Yes.
He went on to fight many valiant battles with his Tainarian companions. The Tainarians who left Tuletula joined their human counterparts in the rainforest. A few centuries later,
yes, makes
when some of the group returned to
sense.
in all likelihood.
How fascinating. My father once mentioned that I was named after the Tainarians.
Yeah, exactly.
I like this story.
By the way,
Yes, Cyrus.
If it's true that you and your grandfather really planned for everything to turn out this way...
Who knows?
Someone's got to make the... I will make a detailed report on all of this to Lesser Lord Kusanali. And arrange for... I'm sure you'll have lots to attend to in the days ahead. But once things return to normal, if we're going to work together...
I will. All right. Well...
see you soon.
See you soon. Have a good one, Sethos. Then we're probably going to have one more talk in the academia, and then I'll end stream for today, since, as I said, my brother's going to sleep. So, I don't want to make too much noise any longer. Sorry, the rest of the stream has been basically ASMR call. Find a way down. Oh, it's this fucking place as well. I literally went to the worst place to get to the academia. Somewhere here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Good pace. Bingo. Ah, there he is. Oh, probably might have
What
two
were you
multiple.
thinking, gallivanting off into the desert alone at your age? What if you take the bucket, You told not a soul what you were up to.
Oh, please, will you...
What do you mean, what other choice? Do you mean to tell me that after all your years of learning and sage a one-man suicide mission, That's the best idea that one of the...
All right. Honestly, the way you're going off on me, it's like you wish you'd been there to lend him a hand.
I've got nothing.
What do you mean, bag of bones? I'm a flesh and blood hero. Okay, look.
one...
Tighnari's master is really laying into Cyrus.
Professor.
Yeah.
Wow, I haven't. The last time he chewed someone out like this.
I think I'll go around and update everyone. Tell them the situation. We can go for dinner after.
Makes sense. I'm in.
Free food. Oh, Farazan. Oh god, this could be a way longer end of the quest. I thought I could just end straight here, but no, they got to extend it on.
You're back.
Reason.
Well, look who we have here. Would you mind?
All taken.
That does not answer my question. When you run into problems, you really ought to ask for help. You know.
True. That's fair.
Now would not be a good time.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
It's not the first time that I've had to talk to you about this sort of thing either. You need to learn that there are times when the right thing to do is get a more experienced member of...
Kale, please do something.
He's giving me the signal. Say, Madam Farazan, I can see you're pretty upset.
Big brain.
Wait, did I hear that right? Kale, you remember? Wonderful. Well, of course the offer still stands.
There we go. That was so part of the
Kale
situation.
getting dragged off like that.
Kale, come.
Huh? What? What do you mean, cup?
Oh, it's nothing. Just Master's way of reminding me to stay hydrated while I'm out and about.
I guess it's
code
secret code.
for let's reconvene at the cafe.
Ah.
Oh, that's
2 people left.
Take it easy.
2 people left. There we go. House of Dana. This is a pretty long character story, but to be fair, it's like a big part 2 sort of thing. So I can understand it being longer. Oh, piss. Down here.
Am I hallucinating?
We're just reorganizing all the books.
There's no rush.
My sincere thanks.
Yes, with your help, we resolved the issue.
It all worked out well in the end.
I see. The Temple of Silence.
And it sounds like they managed to preserve a whole load.
That day will come. But now, as a token of my appreciation.
Exactly.
Yeah, sounds great. Although.
Sure.
There we go. It's always annoying when these world quests have so much fast traveling. I wish they were just a bit more like direct. Just teleport me there myself, you dumbass quest, because there's no reason to have me walk all the way here. Oh, music cut off. Meets Dendro. Burning occurs. Burning deals continuous pyro damage.
And then the Traveler just pounced on their opponent and knocked him tender with Tighnari. He put up an amazing fight too. We ended up winning all 3 bouts. Whoa.
Yep.
Part of me wishes I'd been there to see it, but...
A truly edifying account of the events.
Hey, Paimon included all the juicy details. The Traveler just pounced and then waved their sword like this. Then...
Despite winning 3 bouts in a row, you still ceded the position of leader.
Of course.
It's got
I
nothing
got
to do
to be a
with him.
champion too for once. I've not sparred much with desert folk
It's
before.
pretty true.
Yeah, huge place. It felt like something right out of an epic
no,
poem.
Paimon's gonna keep going.
Imagine this. It was like there was...
Maybe save that one.
Join Tom's company and the Chronograph sees Shockwave left by Tom's gradually fades away.
I think that'll do me.
Shall we
we're
stop
gonna have
off
one.
at the House of Dana again before heading home?
My thoughts exactly. See you around.
You're getting along.
I should get going as well. See you all later.
I need to go say thanks to the Core 30 for their help. Also, Sir Nephis says he wanted to introduce me to some of the Academia's work process.
Kale's come a long way. She's
Exactly.
Everyone's a work in progress, you never...
Yeah, true.
We're going to have the last big dialogue about Cyno being like, oh, well, I don't know what the future... It's going to be some, like, philosophical character thing about, like, I don't know too much about my origin, but this is the power that I have to wield with me is the Mahamatra.
It feels
Let's
like
get end.
everything's finally... Life is all about these moments when you can finally relax and hang out with good friends after a...
Do you three have anything planned? If not, would you come somewhere with me? That's a secret for now.
Okay. I think I can guess what you're talking about.
Well, now Paimon's...
Oh my god, how long is the fucking quest? Fucking shit. This is just a fucking quest. Why is it so long? Oh, of course, we've got a scenic look over for the final quest.
Been a while since I last made... Need any help?
Yeah, you've got to have a scenic look for the final place.
What a great view! We're so high up!
Traveler.
Oh shit, here it comes.
This is my secret base. When I was a student,
here we go, yeah.
I used to slip away and climb up here all the time. Back then, I had a lot of the
Always
same
at
questions
the end,
that
the
Sethos
character's
was
like,
asking.
here's some random story from my bar.
Who am I? Our gifts help us to find our rightful place
I
in
like
the world.
I predicted all this.
That was my experience.
It's so predictable.
And I'm sure Sethos will figure things out in his own time, too.
You two really are like brothers.
I feel the same way.
You're a true champion now.
I still remember one time when we came up here to chat and do our homework.
That was the one and only time. Nothing will ever slip.
Those were...
You know, Paimon really shouldn't be able to imagine...
Then make it stop. You guys carry on.
Okay.
Huh? Hey, you're not...
Still going. Feels like I'm fucking rotting as this fucking... I just want to end it. Can you shut the fuck up about your backstory? I don't care anymore.
Professor, what are you...
Cyno. Just the man I'm looking for. Guess what?
Some old photos.
Can you believe it? I was at the Academia earlier today. Oh, time flies. Look how tiny you are in this...
You look quite young yourself. Ah,
true,
it's
he's
this
no
one.
longer old.
Yep. Looks like her work, all right.
And this one.
Oh, cheeky girl.
Is there something you'd like to say to me, Professor?
Like what? Like, hey, at moments like this,
Please don't begin.
I can't pretend I'm a good person.
Just never begin.
But Moon
Just shut
had
up
every
and
reason
move on.
to despise me. Oh, I've dreamt of that place many times after leaving the desert. Oh, it was... You've matured so much over the years, Cyno.
I'm just speed reading everything at this point.
Since you're my professor, I should save you some face by not calling you out on all the non-answers you...
Good thinking. Take your own advice. Seriously, why bully an old man like me? Hey, wait. How did I not notice this one earlier? Look how cute you were with...
Yeah, and look...
Oh, I can't compete with... That... Hey...
I'd like...
Right,
that'd be nice.
I'll add it to my schedule. Wait, no. Next week is the tomato growing competition.
Zahahati.
Or you could find a...
Yeah, the story quest was really good. It's just unfortunate that my timing lined up really poorly with my brother going to sleep and everything.
Great view today. This atmosphere calls for...
Alright, I hope you did enjoy the stream. Sorry that the second half had to be all ASMR-like. Next stream next week will probably be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, a combination of those days, because Star Out Day on Wednesday, so something around them. But I hope you did enjoy the stream. Hope you stay safe, stay hydrated. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.